Good morning girlies and welcome to my 6th YouTube video. Today I want to talk to you about Rhode's new drop and some new vanilla skincare that I've bought. I'm fresh out the shower, I've just dried my hair and it's kind of gone like a wavy. I kind of have like 2A hair. It's normally a lot more curlier than this. I tried to straighten it and it's not done that. The first new bit of vanilla skincare I want to talk to you about is Tree Hut's Vanilla Scrub. Tree Hut scrubs are actually one of my favourite. I really like Dove scrubs as well, but I find they're a bit more gentle, whereas this is more like sugary, if that makes sense. This is like you can really feel that your skin is being exfoliated. It's one of my favorites. At first I wasn't sure about the scent of it because it was very kind of vanilla frosting smelling, and I think sometimes with vanilla it can smell a bit too sickly, but this smell has definitely grown on me. And I also use the body butter. So this is Tree Hut's whipped body butter in vanilla. It's very scented, so I like to put this on my legs because I feel like when it's on my top half I feel like I'm a bit too scented, but it is one of my new favorites. I think for me, a lot of the time when I get something new I'm like, oh, I don't like the smell of it, but I think it's actually I'm just not used to it. And what I really like about this is that it's really creamy. I tend to go for like a more creamy and thick moisturizer on my legs. I think where my hair kind of touches my arms, I prefer to have more of a lightweight moisturizer on my arms than my legs. I think legs I like to have a thicker one, and I also like to add thicker moisturizers onto my elbows. I've been moisturizing my elbows since I was about 12 years old, and I feel like a lot of people like don't know to do this. I distinctly remember I was in year 8 and a girl was like moisturising her elbows and I was like, oh my god, what is she doing? And she was just explaining that like your elbows get so dry, and it was just something I'd never ever considered. I like to go in with a thicker lotion on my elbows just because you do get a lot of dry skin on your elbows, and then I go in with Vanillicious from Soap and Glory and I just put this on my top half. Normally I would go in with a body oil first, but I actually just completely forgot to do that, but we will put one on now. This is Ritual of Karma, which I've spoken to you guys about before. It's a shimmering body oil. This isn't actually a vanilla scent, it is lotus flower and white tea. I like to rub this on my chest and also just the tops of my shoulders because it is so nice and it smells nice and it makes your skin look really nice. Moving back to the shower, something I've recently discovered is Days, and this is the Vanilla Whip Body Foam. I really like this. I know a lot of you guys know me for my shower videos or bath videos where I'm using my Sundays, but I don't know which one I prefer. I feel with this it like foams up a bit more, whereas when you do the Sunday it has the nice little pattern but it doesn't expand. It's such a nice smell. I definitely need to do a side by side of Days and Sunday because I've got 2 vanilla scents. For my first wash I like to go in with the vanilla body wash from Dove. This is just one of my favourites. I think it's a really kind of gentle cleanser and it just makes you smell nice and vanilla-y. But I like to go in then with Days, which kind of adds like a little bit of moisture back into my skin. Then you guys know I really love this Imperial Leather foam bars. This isn't actually my favourite scent. I definitely prefer the pink one, but I think because I've bought it I'm just trying to like make myself like it. But it is a good smell. I just don't really like the jasmine in it that much. Another thing I've recently discovered from Superdrug is that there is a vanilla scent Dove deodorant as well, and I really like pairing this obviously with my Dove and also the bar soap. It says that it is 48-hour protective. I don't think I would agree with that. I definitely find with roll-ons I do need to reapply it throughout the day, but 9 times out of 10 I'm at home anyway. For my last bit of vanilla body care, I've recently discovered Kayali. I hope I'm saying that right. So it's Huda Beauty's sister's brand, I think, whose name is Kayali. And recently I've just been seeing this all over my For You page and I was like, oh, I really want to give it a try. It is the Vanilla 28 and this is the 10ml bottle. So this is how big it is. I'm not sure how long this is going to last me, but I've definitely used it a couple of times since I've got it, and that's how much has gone down. Before I get into Rhode's new collection, I'm going to do my skincare. You guys are probably sick of me talking about this Medicube eye cream, but I've just never had an eye cream that I've seen such good results with. I don't know what it is with warm weather, but I always get like a little breakout. I've had a little bit of a breakout on my forehead and then just a little bit like around my mouth. Just when we've had the really hot summer weather, I seem to always get some sort of breakout, and it's really frustrating because I feel like I'm not doing anything differently. I always get panicked that my cystic acne is going to come back. I think where I've had acne so badly, it's just something that always really panics me. So as soon as I get like 1 or 2 spots, I'm like, oh my goodness, I need to like go back onto Accutane, or I need to like change my medication to sort of suit my skin a bit better, or maybe I'm doing something wrong like with my bedding, like I'm not changing my pillowcase enough or something like that, and I get really panicked because I think, oh my goodness, is it gonna just like go all up my face again? And I think if you've not had cystic acne, you just can't understand the anxiety that it gives people, because it's not only is it like not nice to look at, but it is so painful. I remember like when I was a teenager, and I'm just going in with the Lala Retro Whipped Cream. I can never say that. I remember when I was a teenager just having these really painful spots. I specifically remember there was this boy that was like the year below me, and he used to like take the mick out of like some of my spots, and like it was never like anything horrible. I think it was just like a little joke, but I still think, oh my goodness, like that one comment kind of made me feel like everyone just looks at my acne. And of course, something that is really important for like preventing acne from scarring is sun cream, because you don't want like the sun to get to it and the scars to be worse. So let's talk about what I picked up from Rhode's new collection. So first, I did pick up a peptide lip shape in Lunch. So this isn't new, but this is something I haven't tried before. I don't really understand this bit. Like, I know it's for like blending, I think blending in, but I don't know why you would do that with a lip liner. I picked up both the blushes in the shade Tan Line and Sun Soak, so I thought we'll do one on each cheek because I think they're quite similar colours. I'm not sure if Sun Soak is going to suit me, so I'm going to go get a little mirror so I can apply this whilst you guys are watching. On this side, I am going to do Tan Line. I'm going to leave it on the side of my face so you guys can kind of see the difference. When I was looking at the original swatches, I could definitely see that Sun Soak was a lot more orange, so I'm going to leave this like this, and then I'm going to put Sun Soak on this side. I think they're really similar colours. I think this is definitely more warm and this is more like on the like nudie peach side, but I feel like this is like the warm ready peach side. I'm going to blend both of them out, and then I'm probably going to put Sun Soak on this side also because I feel like this is the most pigmented colour. When I go in with my blush, I like to try and blend it out with my ring finger because this is what you're supposed to use when you apply eye cream, because I think it has the least pressure of all your fingers. This for me is definitely a lot more pigmented. I'm not sure that I suit warm colours that much. I could be wrong. I think maybe I've put... Okay, I've definitely put too much on. Right, I have definitely put too much on, but I'm going to keep blending and hopefully it will be fine. I definitely put more Sun Soak than I did Tan Line, I think, so I might add a little bit of Sun Soak just onto this side to kind of make the colour the same. This is definitely much warmer. I'm not sure which one I prefer, to be honest. I think I blend blushes in like quite a lot, which is why I really like this texture. One of my favourite things about the Rhode Pocket blushes is just how creamy they are. I've never really been someone that's gone for like a creamy blush because I've always felt like it would move my makeup underneath, and I don't know why, because I've always used like powders and liquids with no problem, but I think I actually prefer the creamy texture. I think these are my favourite blushes. Maybe not necessarily these colours, but this like formula is definitely my favourite. I always thought I was going to be like a Rare Beauty blush girl, like the liquid blushes, but I actually prefer how creamy these are, and I just think they're so blendable, especially because I like more kind of dewy makeup. This is just definitely product for me. I'm gonna attempt to line my lips with Lunge. I actually used to be on Rhode's PR list. I don't really know what happened. I was supposed to go to an event with them in London, but my granddad was really ill. I ended up not going. Rhode still sent me out like this little PR package, but I think this was back in October, so it was right after I got married, but I haven't heard anything from them since. So I'm assuming I'm not on the PR list anymore. I've reached out a couple of times. And that's what the lip liner looks like. I really love this. I'm going to try the little blendy bit. So I'm going to add like a little bit more into like the inner corners and try and blend that out. I can't say that I can see the point in this little bit. I'm sure there's like, I'm sure I'm doing it wrong, but I don't really see how this helps. So the last product I have to show you is Rhode Peptide in Lemontini, and I have been so excited for this because I really like Rhode lip balms. It's just the grits that you get in it that kind of puts me off, but this is a new formula, so I'm hoping that it's not going to be gritty. It smells so nice. This smells so nice. I'm not normally like a big lemon fan, not my dog lemon, but like lemon scented, and it smells so nice. There's like pink, I think there's pink and gold reflectives in here because it's such a nice colour. I really like this. The last bit of skincare I'm going to be doing today is applying these pimple patches to the big breakouts that I've got. I think I need to do like a Dermalogica fizz mask later because that really helps to kind of like get rid of blackheads and like any sort of congestion. Oh yeah, I just don't know what's going on with my skin. I almost didn't do a video today because I was like, I feel like too embarrassed to do a video, and I'm like, no, don't be silly. Like it's a spot, they come and go, it's not a big deal. I think for me, I just get worried about acne. I think for me, even when there isn't a whitehead on a breakout, I like to put a little pimple patch over it because it stops me from kind of like obsessing and like going back and checking it 6 times before I leave the house. I think for my next video I might do a Zara or H&M haul because I'm in desperate need for some more denim shorts. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.
Look, you can't see him now. You can't see him. I told you not to get down. Oh my goodness. You see the squirrel?
Where is he? There he is. He's in the tree. Lemon, lemon. Okay, but that's also not going to get you out. Lemon, no, lemon, get down.